Hey guys, I'm back. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius for September 7th through September 18th. Again, I apologize for the late readings. I was a little under the weather with all the smoke that we've been having in California. But, time is fluid, so readings can resonate before or after the original um, intended time that they're posted for. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled your card, Sagittarius. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your energy here, and we're going to pull some of your cards. All right, here we go. Oh wow. Okay, hold on. I can't see what I did here. Okay, it goes like that. Yes. I think I said before when I shuffle, I do with my eyes closed. So it's like making sure I had the right amount. All right. Sagittarius. And I think I've said this before. I'm a double Sag, so I have lots of friends that are Sagittarius. And I'm an Aquarius moon, and I think my Venus is in Capricorn. That's all I can remember right now. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you guys. Okay. Let's see what we have here, Sagittarius. So you have the Six of Cups upright, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician in reverse, the Emperor upright, and the Two of Wands upright. Okay, Sagittarius. So you can take the first row kind of like the energy the last couple days leading up into today. I know posting on the 15th. Um, and then you can kind of look at the last row, take it how it resonates for you, of course, as the 16th, 17th, 18th. But again, time is fluid, and it can resonate before or after. Whenever you see this reading, it's the time for you. Okay. So yeah, with the Six of Cups upright, it talks about basically nostalgia. Could be issues from your childhood or dealing from someone from the past. Talks about like an equal give and take, just really happy memories or happy time. So you see here in the card, is like two kids giving each other fruit. You got some animals in the background, a bunch of cups, showing that it's bountiful. And the trees have fruit, and yeah, just really good energy there. It can also talk about dealing with, like I said, childhood issues, or dealing with your inner child, or the person that you're dealing with, or the situation. But yeah, let's keep going and see how it comes out here. And then you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. When the Six of Pentacles is upright, it's talking about basically an equal give and take, again, a balancing. It can talk about giving to those who are less fortunate, whether that's money or advice or time or something. Um, so when it's in reverse, it's talking about there can be a lack of balance somewhere. Um, it's really interesting that it's right next to the Six of Cups, which I was saying is equal give and take. Um, but that could have been in your past or the past situation. Um, so yeah, let's see what else here. And then you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Cups upright normally can be a completion card because it's 10. It's about having everything that you need, being content, whether it's with money or family, abundance. Yeah, so you see in the card, there's lots of fruit. There's a woman giving some fruit to a child. There's animals, horses. It's like a party time kind of thing going on. Um, so yeah, so when that's in reverse, it can talk about possibly something not being completed yet, not at the final stages. Um, it can talk about basically something is not fruitful, is not ripe yet, it's not ready. Um, let's keep going and see what else we got here. So then you have the Magician in reverse. When the Magician is upright, it's all about manifesting, having a powerful vision, being able to follow through, um, being able to use your natural gifts, um, being surrounded in nature and using that to incorporate into whatever you're trying to manifest. So it can be about stagnant energy when it's in reverse. Um, and when it's following the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like maybe there's something that, again, is not ready to get off the ground, isn't fully ripe yet, because there's not a balance. And possibly you remember it being balanced before or in your past, or you're just nostalgic for that Six of Cups, um, you know, innocence of your youth or innocence of the situation, something like that. And but then you do have the Emperor upright. The Emperor is obviously a king. He's strong in his power. You see all this red that he's wearing, which is a power color. Um, he's also can be seen as somebody who's kind of set in their ways because he's like slouching on the throne a little bit. Um, and he's got his shield next to him, but he's not feeling like he needs to defend himself anymore. Um, he's just kind of like resting. If it's taken in the sorry, if it's taken it too far with the Emperor card, it can be um, too much resting, or too much resting on past glories or things that you've done, and not willing to kind of open up. You can also see from his body language, for most people when they have their arms crossed like that, again, it's just like this, like his arms are crossed, a little bit defensive energy, and he has his shield right by, but he's not necessarily um, like in full fighting mode. And then you have the Two of Wands upright, um, which is all about making a decision, trying to use your intuition for the best decision. Um, it can be also not shown in this type of deck. A lot of times, the Two of Wands um, is kind of similar to the Two of Swords because it's like making a decision with your heart, But again, this is more like making a decision with your intuition, which is similar, obviously. But she's looking at this crystal ball, and she's like, okay, what is the past? What is the present? What is the future? Kind of situation. So it is definitely a planning card as well, and an observing card, and just kind of like stepping back and anticipating, what can happen next. Also, the two wands that are in the card do have some sprouts on them. So, the wands are about growth. And so there is some growth there. So let's go ahead and pull some confirmation cards. I went ahead and pre-shuffled them for you. So I'm just going to make my little fish pond and get some more cards. Just bear with me 1 second here, guys. Additional messages for Sagittarius. Okay. Well, let me get these out of the way here 1 second. Okay. So let's see. We got the Knight of Swords upright, the Queen of Swords in reverse, and we have the Nine of Swords upright. Okay. So the Nine of Swords is, sorry, make sure you guys can hear me. Stupid music sometimes does the ads. Is the fastest moving knight. He's charging forward. It's all about movement. He's, you know, ready, gun ho or sword ho. Like I said, he's ready. It's fast movement. Um, Now with the Queen of Swords in reverse, um, swords in the tarot deal with like mental energy and basically mental clarity. And so obviously this is a queen on her throne. And so when it's in the reverse, it can talk about feeling a lack of authority, a lack of power in some way, a lack of mental clarity about something. But we're going to keep going and see what else. Um, and yeah, and then when you have the Nine of Swords, it's a worry card. You know, this person's sitting up in their bed and they're just anxious about something, worried, they can't sleep. Um, so let's see. Excuse me. um, with this Knight of Swords, the fast movement, confirming the Six of Cups and the Magician in reverse, it can talk about perhaps Sagittarius, you were having these feelings of nostalgia or this innocence or this equal give and take. And so you were like, okay, I'm ready, but then not quite ready yet to manifest what you were doing or to bring it to, the next stage because of this lack of mental clarity here about a balance, about equal give and take, about reaching that completion here. So it's interesting that the Queen of Swords is right over the Emperor upright. The Queen of Swords reversed. Because obviously you have the King and the Queen, right? It can talk about possibly. I mean, normally I don't like look into the genders of cards, but just as like a you know not stereotypical way, but like a traditional way of looking at it is obviously she's the queen, he's the king. That's how the cards are shown, and that possibly there's not a balance correctly between male and female, between yin and yang. We all have a little bit of both, and we both need to work with both of those things together. Um, So when that's out of balance, possibly, it can just make it really hard to see which way to go next. Um, I don't know if the expectations possibly are too high too with something. I don't know why I feel like that because when the Ten of Pentacles is reversed over the Two of Wands, because there is this looking back to the past in some way. Um, we always kind of like tend to see the best parts of certain situations from the past, possibly, especially when we're younger. And so, time, almost like the grass is green on the other side type of situation. Um, and maybe that is giving this stress and worry to not being able to see clearly. Because when you have the Queen of Swords in reverse and then the Two of Wands, it's almost like um, very opposite, like not enough mental clarity, and then mental clarity to see through past all these obstacles and see things that possibly haven't happened yet. I'm gonna pull another confirmation card just because I'm not quite sure how this situation will resonate for you, but yeah, I mean, I think even if it's like with money or work, again, there's this balance here that I keep seeing. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, like when it's upright, she's holding. I don't know if you guys can see, she's holding the balance scales. You know what I mean? And three of these cards on the table have family, can be family issues. There's three cards that have kids in them. Um, so yeah, it seems like some type of balance between male and female, between having too much control and being rigid with the Emperor to like loosening up a little bit. Um, but yeah, like I said, let me draw one more card here and see if we can get a few more or a little bit more insight before we get your oracle cards, Sagittarius. Okay. Make a little pond. Okay. Okay. And we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles, when it's upright, is you're holding on to something, or someone in your situation is holding on to something too tightly, whether it's money or an idea. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about coming out of that energy, which is good. It can, when it's right next to the Nine of Swords, it can be, okay, maybe I was holding on to too much anxiety or too much worry. Um, but yeah, just generally, sorry, looking for a more balanced mental clarity that you're looking for here. I think that it will come. It might not, come by, let's say, the 18th or so, but it could come a few days after, or at the end of the month or beginning of next month. Um, you have to take it how it resonates for you. Let's do. I'm thinking which ones I haven't used in a while. Okay, I'll do these oracle cards. Oops, sorry. This is the Ask Your Guides oracle cards. Let me just shuffle really quick and see if we get any other messages. Sagittarius. Excuse me. Give me a second while I shuffle here. All right, maybe more shuffle. Okay. Advice for Sagittarius. Okay, you got Bravo Warrior Guides. Show you here. And let me just look really quick at this little book. Making a mess over here. Hold on. Okay, good enough. All right. So it says rebellion, courage, and resistance. Does everything inside you rebel against authority, making you want to scream, "You can't control me"? If so, it's true. No one can control you unless you agree to it. The fact that you don't allow others to control you anymore is a sign of progress. It means you're moving away from a world of dependency and are claiming your personal authority as a self directed, conscious soul ready to take responsibility for yourself. Challenging the authority figures in your life is a necessary step in your growth. However, you must realize that not everyone or everything in your path is necessarily working against you. Ask your warrior guides for the courage to challenge what oppresses you and for the wisdom to know when to respect authority. Your warrior guide's message says stand up for what's important to you and ask for it. However, don't fight for its own sake. Respect the leadership and rights of others as well. Interesting, Sagittarius. Hmm. That's very interesting with the Emperor card here that you had in the upright and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I mean, it just goes like the saying, like pick your battles, pick and choose your battles. Let's do an animal one, and then you can be on your way, Sagittarius. Oh. I hope that didn't break. It didn't sound like it did. I'll get it later. Lord of mercy. That's funny. It was like, hurry up with your reading. Literally, the time thing fell over. The old school, like, Sam timer. It's funny. Okay. Anyway. Alrighty. Maybe it means something. I don't know. Okay. Let's get you a little animal spirit. Animals are the helpers. They help us see things. They're closer to the instincts. Okay. Show us Coyote. Oh, that's so pretty. I think it goes like that, but I'm gonna have to read it real quick. Let's see. It says transformation, creation, cunning, good fortune. The coyote often em- embodies the trickster, a mischievous but heroic supernatural being that uses magic, cunning, and deception to achieve its ends. Most Native American tribes of the Pacific Northwest claim the coyote to be their creator. In some legends, the coyote forms the different peoples of the land from the various sections of the great beaver, which it has slain. The Plains Indians also regard the coyote as a teacher and magician. In all of its roles, the coyote is a respected figure who intentionally or unintentionally helps to restore balance and order. The relative and rather pensive coyote woman in this painting is a character from the Buffalo. gals, won't you come out tonight? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. All right. So, yeah. Trickster energy. Um, when I think of the coyote, I also think of the fox. Super smart, um, being able to, what's the word? Not blend into the environment, but um, just I feel like really good hearing, really good instincts. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's beautiful. I like that. Okay, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, so you'll be notified when I put out more videos. I'll close this one out and start the Capricorn in just a few minutes if you want to join me there. Otherwise, feel free to check out my website info if you want a private reading to go more in depth to any situation. And I also do candle readings. So, yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, bye.